Now our next speaker hails from Jonesboro. She's lived in Little Rock since 1989. She's a sports enthusiast and perfectionist. And she's recently discovered that she is a free trade theorist. And to tell us more about that, our second speaker, Van Light.
Since this is my icebreaker speech, I thought I might enjoy some icebreakers, so pass those on. And while that's happening, I thought it'd be fun to get my fellow Toastmasters involved in a little brain getting challenge. And how this will work is I will point to a name. Hopefully you know. Everybody see this now? Sorry. Too soon. Okay? And you will tell me whether you think that person is an introvert or an extrovert. And you do this by show of hands. So I'm going to say Steve Jobs. If you think Steve is an introvert, please raise your hand. Introvert. So it looks like, let's see, 6, and how many are here? I think you're in the minority. So most people think Steve is an extrovert. How about Ronald Reagan? If you think he's an introvert, raise your hand. An introvert. Okay, so the majority think he's an extrovert. Hillary Clinton, do you think she's an introvert or introvert? 3, 4, 7. Let's see. How many are here today? Do you know? That might be a winner for the introvert.
Probably all.
14. So it's a tie. So I get to break it down. Warren Buffett, raise your hand if you think he's an introvert. So that's Albert Einstein, raise your hand if you think he's an introvert. 2, 4. Oh, almost a majority. And let's add one more to that. How many of you think that Van Light is an introvert? Don't hurt this And we walked out together last week.
Okay.
I'll give you a hard time on your speech. Okay, sorry. How many, excuse me for that, Early. How many think that Van Light's an introvert? Okay, that's it. We'll come back to this later. It's okay. In December 1973, I was a senior in high school. One morning before class, I was standing with 2 other classmates, not necessarily my friends, and they were talking, and I was listening, and suddenly I said something, and they laughed. Well, that was a significant day for me. It was the first time that another aspect of my personality was revealed, and my humorous side. And from that point, I was resolved to overcome this paralyzing fear I had in speaking in social situations and in public and in classroom presentations. To overcome this fear I had, and I thought that I could do that since this happened one time, then I can do it again. Tonight, you will learn about various ways in college, in leadership roles, and in sports where I have tackled the challenge of mitigating these biological responses I have with performance anxiety, including public speaking. And in the summer before my senior year in high school, I started playing tennis. But it wasn't until my mid-30s that I started playing competitively. And I would, during warm-ups and through matches, I would have these reactions. I had shortness of breath, increased heart rate, shaking extremities, and an overall heightened sense of energy, that nervous energy we all get sometimes. And it impacted my ability to play tennis. At some point during this time, I thought perhaps, connected the fact that the energy we need for digestion might help corral some of this excess energy I have before matches. And so I started eating apples and peanut butter crackers during warm-ups and throughout my matches. And guess what? Lo and behold, it did help. And it would corral some of that excess energy so that I was still nervous because I'm a competitor and a perfectionist, but it was able to help me enough that I could focus on the game and play and be victorious. College provided another set of challenges, more challenges actually. One of the things I did for social situations was start together humorous stories or funny jokes or even dumb jokes and personalize them. And when the time presented itself, I would interject one of those in a normal voice, not a joke-telling voice, and tell it as a regular story. For example, I might say, oh yeah, when my brother started school, he came home one day and Mom asked, well, Alan, what did you learn today? And Alan said, well, not enough, I have to go back tomorrow. and so that was would be one of my better ones. And sometimes they were pretty dumb, but they got people to laugh. It made me more at ease. And I started, after a while, interjecting real stories about myself. In adult situations, when we moved here in '89, I started volunteering for committee work and leadership responsibilities in my children's PTA. One of the first committee chair responsibilities I had was I was responsible for going to every classroom and telling them about this event. And as I was reviewing with the previous mom what happened the year when she did it, we discovered we both had this same performance anxiety, fear of public speaking, and how she remedied her situation was to take a heart medicine that slowed her heart rate. Well, I have this aversion to taking medicine unless I really need to, so I pretty much ruled that out, but what was a copper to not try it at all was that I thought it was cheating to do so. It was an external remedy to solve this personal problem that I didn't like, and I thought I need to conquer it myself and not use an aid. So tonight, you've heard a few ways that I've, in college, in sports, and in leadership roles, where I've used various ways to alleviate my performance anxiety. Mostly, I never really considered my performance anxiety and these biological reactions I had due to being an introvert. More, I just thought of it as a personality trait I didn't like, wanted to overcome it, and knew that day in December I could overcome it. In a recent Time magazine article called "The Upside of Being an Introvert, Why Extroverts Are Overrated," it calls this response or purpose as a free trait theory. It's the idea that a person can act out of character to serve a sole personal goal. Brian Little, a Harvard research psychologist, explains that we have three identities: biogenic, ideological, and sociogenic identity. Our personality, being introvert or extrovert, is our biogenic identity. The expectations of our religion, our culture, and our family form our sociogenic identity. Our ideogenic identity is our things that we value, what matters most to us, our purposes, our soul purpose. You've learned tonight that I'm a competitor, I'm a perfectionist, and also a free trade theorist, one who can act out of character to serve a personal goal. You have participated in a very valuable challenge. It's interesting. Hillary Clinton indeed is not an extrovert, she is an introvert. But I would call her a free trade theorist as well, that she has some core personal goals met and unmet that she wants to achieve. So, I'm in good company in that respect.
Man, that was awesome. We really appreciate you being able to stand up here and give us your icebreaker. And in recognition of that, something that we seldom do, but what we would like to do for you is to present to you the speech number 1 icebreaker ribbon for completion. As many of you remember, getting up here and speaking for your first speech can be a little bit trying. So we wanted to make sure that we reward you, make sure that you come back and keep on doing awesome speeches like you just did. We're also going to present her the newly branded Toastmasters pin so that she can wear that around.
Thank you so very much again.